It is time.
Well, we're going to be listening to Washed Out is the artist's name, and the song is called Feel It All Around. So Ernest Weatherly Green Jr., also known as Washed Out, is an American singer-songwriter and record producer commonly associated with the chill wave genre. Jake, have you ever heard of Washed Out before?
Yeah, I've heard this album before, but not in a while. And I'm pretty sure this is the theme song to Portlandia, right?
That's how I found out about this song.
Yeah.
It is 2009 era, so it's definitely an album from a little while back. So let's check it out. This is Washed Out, Feel It All Around.
Super lo-fi.
I didn't realize this kind of music was around in 09.
Oh, yeah.
Like the lo-fi stuff?
This is like straight out of MySpace.
Really?
Right? MySpace era.
I love those rototoms.
It's a very delayed intro. Or the vocals. Yeah.
You called it.
I didn't realize this song had vocals in it. I'd forgotten that it did because, I only heard it really on the Portlandia's beginning opening thing, and I forgot it had vocals. I'd heard it like once before, and I was, oh, yeah, they have vocals on that. Huh. Jake, where did you discover it? You said you discovered this on Portlandia, right?
Yeah, I think it was on tour one time. We were in a hotel room and watching Portlandia, and I had heard it before, but never like bothered to look it up. And for some reason, it really hit me that day, and I looked it up. Yeah,
I really like that TV shows are starting to use more and more of their favorite music, and that kind of spouted out around Garden State soundtrack because the guy that made Garden State, I can't remember his name right now. He's on Scrubs. He did that whole thing of just artists that he liked, really deep cuts that he liked, and he kind of made a career for some of those people like the Shins and also Imogen Heap, where she was in Frou Frou, and some other bands too. And that's a great soundtrack to listen to because you're like, wow, this guy put out all his favorite bands that he likes on this movie soundtrack and helped him along, which is very cool.
Yeah, and I think that it's getting more and more common for musicians to have major breakouts and revitalizations of their careers, right? I mean, we saw even like one of the biggest bands in the world, Metallica, got a giant kick in the butt from having their song, I think it was Master of Puppets, featured on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And it's I think that there, like when you're making a show like that, like a TV show, before you had so many hands in the pot and music choice was done by maybe someone that wasn't like so involved with every other part of the project. Mm-hmm. And I feel like as more and more television is coming out, they're, picking and choosing more variety of different artists and like what they want as opposed to what, the producers or record labels would want. This is literally like the chillest shit.
Oh yeah. It kind of does automatically sound kind of like what the photo looks like here, where she's like sitting there on the sunset, looking back towards the shore and the water, and you'd hear this in your head.
You can definitely play this at a party in the background too, and it will be engaging enough, I think, that people will really enjoy it. But it won't be like something that it's like the absolute focus of everything at the party. So I think it just makes a good vibe, you know?
I think you could listen to this passively and actively. It reminds me of like, I'm in bed, it's a Tuesday, it's 4:00 in the afternoon, I reach for my bong. You know what I mean? And then go right back to bed.
Yeah. I've smoked weed to this album many times. I think it's what people do, you know, typically.
I haven't heard the rest of this album. Is it pretty much kind of the same chillness to it?
I think I remember this one being my favorite off of it, but it probably deserves a revisit. Yeah.
Very cool. In the chat, Mastical 2752 says, Jake, can't wait to see y'all Friday and get down at the Camel. So you guys are playing the Camel, huh?
In Richmond.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're doing a little after party for the Courtney Barnett and Lucy Dacus and Samia show at the Camel. Yeah,
Nice.
You should try their sausage stars. It's essentially an item on the menu, and it's pretty much like nachos in a bite. It's super yummy. I'm telling you, the sausage stars at the Camel are it.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
We got some emojis from the Brosit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's
Nice.
going on,
Hey,
Brosit?
what's going
Great
on?
to see you. And Anna says, that's where I knew that from. You know, it's a really, really, like, popular show, and I feel like a lot of people know what that song is, but don't really.
So I've never seen Portlandia. What is it about?
You've never seen
I know.
Portlandia?
Like, I've been under a rock.
It's like essentially, it's like deadpan making fun of
Portland.
Portland. Like, you know, like the liberal wasteland. You know what I mean?
Everybody's passive aggressive.
Yeah. And like, for example, there's like a bit where they go into a restaurant and they're like, well, where did this chicken come from? And like, oh, the chicken came from this farm and that farm. And they're like, well, what's his name? And then like they leave the restaurant and go to the chicken farm. And they're like, well, where did the chicken go to sleep? And what did the chicken eat? You know what I mean? So
Tim Robbins was the farmer.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Is it worth watching? It's
Oh,
good.
Yeah, I think the first season or two is funny, and then I didn't really like it after that.
There's so many great ones though. There's so many, like, even later on, there's so many great just skits. So it's you know, small skits.
Yeah.
We one to another. There is kind of sometimes a underlying story that goes through the season. Usually has to do with the mayor. And stuff like that. So, but it's and the city, but yeah, there's some really, really great ones in there. And the one of my favorites is when they can't stop watching Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah, that one
That
was actually really funny.
choice.
Yeah, it's a great show and punctuated by a great opening song. You know, which this does a nice job of doing.